Hello all, Havoc here. Let's get ready to play some Space Engineers. Okay, so in this episode, no planets. Ta-da, we're still here. Season 1. Sad Panda. I was really hoping as, the planet thing was coming along, because we'd always talked about, Season 2 is going to be kick off with something major comes along, and planets was the perfect segue. And now I'm like, I just want it to be over. I want planets. Um, Keen Software is doing what they do, and any good development house, when you ask them when something is going to get released and when it's ready. Blizzard's notorious for taking a decade to release a game, and they're like, it's in its fourth round of beta. Get us a game. Patch it later. We just want to play it. I'm not in the patch it later. I want to play it. I actually, I'm good if they release working content. I'm totally down for that. So, all right. So we're gonna do some ideas. We had quite a few comments, some lengthy ones too. So Matthew Ritchie and Wiley both gave us great ideas for some stuff to do. Matthew, I really liked one of his ideas about adding cameras on it, like an advanced rotor, so we can look around and see what's going on without having to rush up here to figure out what's going on. And by doing that, we'd be able to zoom and all that. So I really like that idea. And then he added the idea of possibly putting it on a piston so you can retract it and telescope it. I like both those ideas, and so I want to take that to the next level and then put it on an advanced rotor and put the turret on the end. So have this retract down inside, and then it would stop here at this level. But when we want cameras and such, we could raise all of our turrets. I think it would be pretty cool that the turret's raised up, a couple blocks high. Not the full length, but just a couple blocks up. And we'd be able to have cameras underneath the turrets. I mean, we could use the turrets themselves, I guess. I totally forgot about that. I don't know if there'd be a point to actually putting the cameras in, because we can use the turrets. I totally forgot about that part. Wonder if Matthew did as well. Let's grab some small tubes. We don't need girders. Actually, let's go to the one that's holding this stuff. Grab some of those. Keep that. Let's grab those. Alright, so I think we're good. So yeah, I don't even know if we're going to need cameras because we have turrets. And you can man the turret and look through the turret, right? Control. Yeah, so open fire. Cut this straw in half. So the advantage to the camera would be you could zoom. Wow, it's really glitchy, isn't it? It's like not even pointing where I'm pointing. Boom, headshot. Alright, so, but still, that's still something to look into doing. One of the other things he asked was about putting hangar doors on the front of the base. I don't want to put them in the bottom or coming down from the top because I got to limit the height of our vehicles. Might end up doing something like this and setting it like that. And then do a scissored one like this where it's like one up, one down, but instead it's going to be like two from the left and one from the right, this middle one. So they'd all three would intersect one another. I just really like how when they intersect like that. I think it looks really badass. So that's something I'm gonna work on. I'm gonna see about doing that. Probably would cut this one back a block because right now that's them touching. So wait, I'd have to extend this one to recess this one. So, but yeah, it's something that I might do. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm gonna play around with it a little bit off camera. Another thing I was working on was these, and Philip Meyer was like, "Why aren't you using the one on the corner, the forming block in the corner?" So that's what it looks like, and I'm not sure I like it. It just looks really weird. I don't know. You tell me. What do you think? How does it look? So one thing we want to do here also is let's throw some green on here. Some nice dark green. Some not vanilla green. That's kind of nice looking green. I kind of like it. So go dark colors. That was another thing that Matthew had pointed out was like go dark colors on the outside and keep the bright colors on the inside of the buildings. So to help with the lighting, because the insides always seem drab and dark, and so we're definitely going to stick with that idea. But let's see, I got a lot of components were either being done or in the process of being done. All the refining is finishing up now. We were on I had like 6,000 nickel left. 6 or 10,000 nickel left, and I got all of that split up between all four refineries. So now that's going to do its thing. I'm going to do my very best to get a Twitch stream, at least one Twitch stream this weekend. So I'm going to do a lot of mining and patching up of these walls and stuff like that. So look for that. I'll be posting it on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, all the normal paraphernalia that goes with trying to get out to you guys that I'm going to be live streaming. And I'm just blanketing it in green, and then we'll come back and detail it in other colors and whatnot. And just so we're not looking at the default white no more. But yeah, so gonna try to get that going this weekend. Overdue. Last weekend I was building my new desks. I'm nearly complete with that. So there's going to be a room tour, my man cave / office. I spend 90% of my life inside this one room, so it's where I invest my time and I invest my money. So I'm very proud of my man cave / office. So soon I'll be able to share that with you guys, and you guys can see it as well. But alright, well, that's pretty cool. Got some, just a little bit here. And we'll decor this up a little bit different, definitely for sure. Because I don't want everything to be green, but for now it is, because it's not that generic white color no more. And now everything really needs lights. It is really dark. Let's take a look in here real quick. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is, so I put these panels in. I was asking you guys how you guys felt about them, and then with Matthew saying, go with dark colors outside, bright colors inside. So we're gonna swap these out. Gonna go with gonna go with the orange ones. So I'm gonna keep it vibrant and go with the bright orange ones. And I'm pretty sure those are non-colorable too. I'm gonna do a little bit of searching. I didn't get to do it today, but I was talking about dropping some more mods in here for interior decorating and stuff like that, and I'm positive there are a lot more mods like this that add more colors than just this. So we're going to be looking into doing some of those, and I want to take this down to put this one up. I want to see if it's paintable. It does not look like it. No, it's not. So that's cool though. But things like this are pretty cool because we can add like posts like that. So there we go. We have a post now. And not enough supplies to weld it. So oh, I don't know about that. The hitbox is funky. I can't walk through right there. Alright, so that's not cool. I can't even walk over to grind it. That's funny. Alright, so we're not going to use those. But the overall wall panels sections, I like these. So far I haven't had any problems getting in and out. So we're definitely going to go with those. Now, I need to get some more batteries online too, so I'll probably be taking care of that this weekend as well. Alright, so as you can tell, I don't have a lot going on today for this episode. But the big one that I wanted to get done was to get some decoration going. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and do this right here. We were talking about it. Let's do it. So we come down here. I think a rotor or a piston goes down 2, and then let me plus 1 more. Alright, so G, we want a piston, and that is the correct orientation. And I need a way out. So did we get that right? We did get it right. Sweet. Alright. So now what I'll have to do now is replace these. I was hoping that didn't fly off. And it doesn't. Cool. Replace that one there with a, or the 4 corners at least. This one here as well. And this one. With like hanger door blocks or something like that that's smaller, so it doesn't did I actually put this thing in right side up? Oh crap, I think it's upside down. Alright. Hey, I got it right side up. Outstanding. Alright. So, so the reason is because otherwise the camera will get sheared off every time it comes through. So, let's go ahead and put... Oh, let's see. Now that doesn't really work because... I'd have to go one more lower. because I can't put the advanced rotor down. Oh, it doesn't even want to let me put the rotor down at all on there. Why is that? I'm guessing it doesn't like this. It's colliding with these. Piston reverse. Hey, watch it there, buddy. Alright, so there we go. So if we did that, and then we run out of energy, so while we're doing this, to talk about some more about some of the comments. Another one that Matthew Ritchie brought up was that he doesn't foresee this our next base on when actual planets come out looking anything like this, and I totally agree. So this gets brought up on in regards to whether or not to make a copy of this base so we can 3D print it later. The big thing is when we get to planets, there's going to be default gravity, and we're pretty much going to be using that non-stop. We're hardly ever going to be using our jetpacks because it just won't make sense. It just won't. Our jetpack uses up more fuel or more energy, so we're not able to do nowhere near as much, like how I just had to go refuel just now. So having the jetpack off is a huge advantage. So that doesn't go where I had hoped it would. So let's go ahead and put our gun back on here. So construction components, motors, and computers. All right. I think we're out of computers. We are. Can we make any? Yes, we can. Okay, cool. It's kind of worried there for a minute. Okay. Alright, so this guy's online. So now, tell me that this wouldn't be cool if you could put a camera right there. Because that would be totally freaking awesome. So yeah, that kind of botches just about all of my ideas for for this premise. The next step up would obviously be to put a conveyor in there. What about just morbid curiosity at this point? That thing's huge. Never mind. Yes. That's small ship only. Damn. Ooh. What about that guy? Okay, we gotta try that. Ah, no bueno. Alright. That's small ship only. I'm sure several of you see what I'm trying to do. Is put just a small piece of something in between the turret and your rotor so we can stick the camera on that. And it does not look like the game is cooperating to let us do that. Because see, this would be awesome right here. That's exactly what I want to use. Well, alright, so we're just going to do a conveyor block. The largest, most obtrusive block that I can think of to use. So we're going to use it. Like so. Then we're going to put the camera. Like so. And then the gun. Like so. Alright, so let's get the camera. Interior plates, construction components. Okay. So then the big goal is this even going to retract? I'm not even sure of that fact, so this will be interesting. I see a massive amount of damage happening to this section of the base right about now. Alright, so come down here. There was a terminal on here, wasn't there? There it is. Oh, come on now. Cursor's pointing right at it. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. Okay. Advanced rotor. Braking is off. I think I need to have a gyro on it, don't I? Something tells me I was moving because I kept seeing speed, but we weren't rotating. So let's do this. Platform, camera, view. Yeah. Whee! Dun, 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 dun. Alright, so that was fun. Okay, so that doesn't work. So we'd have to put a gyro on here as well. Wow, that really adds to this, doesn't it? So, alright, let's try the fun one. So platform, piston, reverse. How much damage is this going to cause? This whole thing's just going to shear apart and okay, that's not... I thought the rotor would have caused a ton of damage, and so if we had this one more lower, I think it would be pretty cool because it would drop down to the height that we had it set up before. Um, and I think if we had a hanger or blaster door right across here, that the camera would end up clearing. But without the gyro to get this thing to rotate, then this is kind of if we had a structure in the middle of the base, or we could, you know, something up here like on the tower that we want to build, we could build something with 4 cameras, a gyro in the middle, kind of like a superstructure, make it look like a radar dish with cameras on it, kind of thing. This is still a cool concept. I really like the idea of being able to extend it up and still look. So we can still actually take advantage of that. So piston, reverse, camera, view. So we could still take advantage of this. So granted, we're not able to actually move us, but you know, if this had 4 cameras on it, one pointing each direction, then we could cycle through those cameras. So that's kind of cool. And then on top of that, it really gives the guns a higher perch. Wonder, hold on a second, I'm going to check something here. So this larger section is a ship. Can we try those rocket launchers again? If I knew where they were. Here we go. Is not available for large ships. What? I wasn't even realizing that said small ship only. Derp. So, alright, so we're going to wrap up the episode here. This is a pretty cool concept. Like I said, you know, drop this down one more block in depth, then this really would hit home, because then everything will be hidden down inside the wall until it's too late. This gives a great increase of angle, which I really like. It'd almost be kind of cool to take this part here and this here off and this here off and use the hinged rotors. Let's see, rot. Where are they? I see them all the time. I've never used them. I added a mod for a recommendation from one of the viewers and have never used them. If I knew what it was, I would just type it in, but I don't know what they're called. But basically it's a hinged... let's try that hinge. Yeah, there we go. This guy. So, a hinged conveyor. Instead of a lot of this. Here I was saying I was going to wrap it up. We're still grinding. So like I said, I've never used one of these, so I have no idea what we're in for. So this goes on here like this. Okay, so it has 2 sections, and then it literally will rotate up and down. So I think it'd be kind of cool to put the gun on here, if it'll let me. Okay. And then rotate it down. Is there a control panel here? Alright, so hinge. I feel like I'm gonna run out of energy before I figure this out. Torque, braking force, I don't have a velocity set, so... So this will roll down. If we run out of energy, we run out of energy. So hopefully this will stop here in a second. Hopefully it'll hit 90 degrees and stop. Boom, just what I was hoping for. So now, if we ask this to retract, what happens? Now's where all the damage happens. Yep. That's fine. I was really hoping it would have cleared on the sides, but it did not. Alright, so I'll play around with that a little bit. And that would have been kind of cool, because then we could have folded up the turret inside the wall. And the turret could pop up when we need it. So, alright, with that, we're going to wrap up the episode. Play around with this a little bit more. And like I said, look for a tweet on Facebook, Google+, notification for a live stream on Twitch. So this is Havoc. Have fun. Keep gaming.